BL dramas have always had a special way of capturing the heart, whether it's slow-burn tenderness or emotional confessions that take us off guard. But sometimes these stories step outside reality and into the extraordinary, using elements like time travel, alternate timelines, or futuristic tech to amplify emotion. And somehow it still feels grounded, like love could bloom even at the end of the world or across parallel lifetimes. Today, let's dive into the BL dramas that use time and sci-fi not just as a gimmick, but as a way to tell something deeper, something unforgettable. Imagine falling in love knowing your days together are numbered. Till the World Ends doesn't rely on fantasy or sci-fi to bend time. Instead, it weaponizes reality. A doomsday countdown looms, making every glance, every word, every breath feel loaded with urgency. Two strangers are thrown together in a shared space, not to build a future, but to survive the slow unraveling of the present. What begins with awkward silences and closed doors slowly transforms into something raw, unfiltered, and deeply human. There's no luxury of time to second-guess feelings. Love doesn't arrive gently. It crashes in like a final wave before the world slips beneath the surface. The progression from strangers to lovers isn't fast because of lust or drama, but because mortality strips away pretense. Every moment could be the last, and that's what makes it hurt. But what sets this drama apart isn't just the high-stakes setting. It's how it captures the quiet, almost sacred moments of emotional surrender. A shared meal, a soft laugh in the middle of chaos, a touch that lingers just a second too long. These are the moments that whisper, "I see you. I feel this too." And even as the clock ticks down, the love between them doesn't feel rushed. It feels inevitable. The tragedy of Till the World Ends isn't just the impending doom. It's that they found something beautiful in the final hours. It's the ache of knowing love bloomed too late to last, but not too late to be real. The series doesn't just explore what we do when the world ends. It asks what we hold on to when everything else falls away. And the answer, devastatingly and tenderly, is each other. Short but incredibly sharp, Reset Life explores that age-old question. If you could go back and change your past, would you? And what would it cost? The protagonist is granted the chance to rewind, not to win the lottery or fix his career, but to mend a broken relationship. The beauty of the drama lies in the subtle ripple effects. We see that love isn't just about big declarations. It's about timing, vulnerability, and knowing yourself. Reset Life blends regret, nostalgia, and growth with a gentle sci-fi twist that feels incredibly human. Here's a fun one that quietly snuck in a sci-fi moment without warning. The bonus episode of My Gear and Your Gown flips the couple's story into an alternate universe. What if things happened differently? What if roles were reversed? It's playful, sure, but it also says something meaningful. Even when the path changes, the pull remains. The alternate timeline gives viewers a what-could-have-been moment without undoing the original love story. Kind of like peeking into a different dream while still cherishing the one you had. With a concept that leans more into magical realism than science fiction, this drama takes a whimsical premise and spins it into something unexpectedly tender. One boy, plagued by relentless bad luck, finds that everything changes, quite literally, with a single kiss. His streak of misfortune vanishes, but only in the presence of someone he barely knows. The setup sounds absurd on paper, but the show doesn't play it for laughs. Instead, it leans into the emotional fallout of that strange connection. At first, the kiss is just a fix, a survival tactic. But soon, every touch feels different. Every accidental brush of the hand, every moment spent too close. They're not just about luck anymore. They're about curiosity, longing, fear of what happens when it's not just magic, but real feelings creeping in. What makes this drama resonate is how it uses fantasy to spotlight very human questions. Do we love someone because they make our lives better? Or do our lives become better because we love them? The tension builds not from the bad luck itself, but from the growing emotional entanglement, one that neither boy expected, but neither can deny. As their connection deepens, the charm becomes a metaphor. It's no longer just about reversing bad fortune. It's about what happens when we find someone who makes us feel seen, safe, lucky just to exist beside them. And slowly, the characters stop asking, "Is this real?" and start wondering, "Does it even matter as long as we're here together?" In the end, the drama isn't about luck at all. It's about how something magical can happen in the most unexpected of places, and how sometimes the most unbelievable beginnings lead to the most sincere love stories. Underneath its surface, as a typical school romance, My Secret Love hides a clever narrative arc. Through dream sequences and symbolic rewinds, it hints at alternate outcomes, almost like time itself is trying to fix what the characters mess up. This small but significant narrative twist gives the story emotional gravity. It's no longer just about two boys falling in love, it's about fate intervening, about chances almost lost and maybe given back. It's quiet sci-fi, yes, but it elevates the whole experience. Set in the quiet yet unsettling wake of a boy's disappearance, Hikaru Gie Chikyu and I Itakoro doesn't follow a linear path. It drifts like memory itself. This isn't time travel in the traditional sense, but in the emotional, spiritual way we all revisit the past, through longing, guilt, and what-ifs. The story feels like a meditation on grief disguised as a mystery, as the protagonist revisits old conversations, familiar places, and the lingering spaces where Hikaru once existed. The supernatural elements are never flashy. Instead, they linger at the edges, a whispered voice, a flicker of a memory that shouldn't be there, a feeling that time is folding in on itself. What makes it so poignant is how these elements don't offer escape or resolution. They force the characters to confront what was lost, what was unsaid, and what might have been. Hikaru himself is more than a memory, he's a presence. Not fully gone, not quite there. The show explores how people haunt each other, not as ghosts but as emotional echoes. The central relationship feels suspended in time, a love that might have been if the world had been kinder, if tragedy hadn't stolen the chance to say, "I love you" out loud. As the protagonist navigates this emotional limbo, we watch him unravel and rebuild, not through dramatic revelations but in moments of stillness, sitting alone where they used to hang out, rewatching a shared video, or staring into a night sky that no longer feels the same. It's through these quiet beats that the story finds its deepest truth. Grief doesn't have a beginning or an end. It lives with you, reshaping how you remember, how you love, how you move forward. Hikaru Gie Chikyu and I Itakoro is heartbreak wrapped in softness. It's a ghost story, yes, but more than that, it's a story of someone learning to live again while carrying a love that never got its moment. And in that suspended ache, it becomes something hauntingly beautiful. Blending reincarnation, fate, and shifting realities, The Sign is a newer addition to this genre-blurring list. As its characters try to break the chains of a tragic destiny, we see how time and love repeats, evolves, and sometimes heals. The sci-fi elements heighten the drama, but the emotional core stays grounded. Two souls trying to reach each other, across lifetimes and lifelines. It's romantic, intense, and full of those meant-to-be moments that make you believe in forever. When time bends and reality blurs, what stays constant? In these dramas, the answer is love. Whether it's found at the end of the world or hidden in a virtual space, these stories prove that connection can transcend timelines, curses, and alternate lives. They're daring, emotional, and refreshingly original. So, which time-bending BL drama surprised you the most? And if you could time travel to rewatch one BL drama for the first time, what would it be? Let's talk about it in the comments, and as always, don't forget to subscribe for more BL analysis, breakdowns, and storytelling deep dives.